So this video is going to be a little bit of a thing, and this is not a new thing. I've noticed this for years, and I've just recently been reminded of it. And this is about the information space around goats, around raising goats. And that is that information space is dominated by a particular subset of goat owners. I'm going to say they're not really producers in most cases. And these are people that generally have a few goats in their backyard and they're predominantly pets. They usually will have names, and maybe they milk them, maybe they even occasionally butcher one or something like that, or sell them a few to other neighbors or something like that. But by and large, you're not talking about large scale commercial meat animal production. You're talking about people with a few pets in their backyard, and not people really trying to seriously make a business of it. And the vast majority of goat owners are those people. And as such, if you go to forums, if you go to Facebook groups, if you go to websites and whatnot, if you look at other YouTube channels about raising goats, you will find it inundated with those types of producers. And I'm not trying to be super negative about those types of producers. If that's your goals, that's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, or that it should be illegal or anything else, or that you should be silenced. The problem is that view that I have, that that's fine if that's what you want to do, I often see it does not go in reverse. If you go onto their forums and you say things like goats don't need year-round shelter, goats don't need grain every day, goats don't need fences like Fort Knox. If you say things like you don't need to take every sick goat to the vet because it's going to be a cash negative deal if you do that. If you say anything along those lines that they disagree with, that just in their opinion they disagree with, they generally control that information space. So they are the moderators, they are the prominent members that will talk to the moderators or the administrators and either just downvote you to heck or just get you banned. And this happened to me recently when I attempted to share the video to a couple of different places that were very much those types of places about keeping goats in with 2 strands of hot wire. And most of the people very obviously did not watch the videos. If they did, they spent more time rolling their eyes than they did with their ears open. And I even went so far as to get banned off of those places. And here's the problem. The problem is then when there are people that want to look at goats, maybe they already run cattle and they're thinking about adding goats. Maybe they are just, that's what they want to do. They want to try to make a business of raising goats. There isn't any resources for them out there because the people like myself and others, and I've seen it happen to others too, get run off of those information spaces, and their opinions and their approaches and whatnot are not shared, and their experiences are not shared. And so that is what this YouTube channel, that's why I started this YouTube channel. Hopefully this is a place where I can't get silenced, I can't get banned. And there are a few other YouTube channels out there doing this. And as far as other resources, if you go on Facebook and you look specifically for Kiko or Spanish breed groups, those tend to be a lot better. Boer ones can also be better too, but there's also a lot of show stock in the Boer side of things. But if you go to those groups and you stay away from kind of the big general goat groups, there is still a lot of people that are doing this commercially that do share similar philosophies and similar inputs. And hopefully that's the type of people that can gain something by watching my videos. By all means, if you are raising some pets in your backyard or something like that, and that is your goal, that's great. I'm happy for you. I hope you reach your goals. There's probably still some information that you can glean from my YouTube channel. But just keep in mind that if you go to other information spaces on the internet where a certain class of goat producers, goat owners, again, not really producers in most cases, kind of dominate that information space and control that information space, they will ensure that my voice is not heard there and that other commercial producers' voices are not heard there. So just keep in mind that there is that bias that's happening. And this is not a new problem. I've seen this for at least a decade now. It's very prominent on Facebook. You can see very different reactions to the exact same post on 2 different Facebook groups, or exact same video on 2 Facebook groups. And I was kind of tired of dealing with that level of moderation and having to worry about getting banned or getting silenced, because it did happen. So I started this YouTube channel, and here we are.